I thought I would do a quick little intro to the ternary operator. It's pretty useful. It's a nice little shortcut to get around an if statement sometimes, because ifs can get a little chunky in your code, and you might want to slim it down to be a one-lined statement. So I thought I'd start off by showing a function that uses an if and an else, and then we could replace that with a ternary. So let's make a function. We'll call it greeting. Function greeting, and we'll pass in a name. So this function is basically just going to say, hey, name. But if there is no name, then we'll say stranger. So let's set a greeting message. So a message, let message equal, and we'll just make it say hey for now. Hey, cool. And then we'll check if there's a name, and we'll add the name to the string if there is a name. So if name message equals, we can do plus equals, message plus equals name. So if I pass in Jake, this message should equal hey Jake. And now let's do an else for our other case. So if there is no name, then message will plus equal stranger. Cool, and then we'll return message. And there's our function. Awesome. And now I'm going to call it, and we'll test it in the console. So console.log, and we're going to log our greeting function. And to start, I'm going to pass in Jake and see that we get hey Jake. So let's run it. Node test.js. So we get hey Jake if I pass in a name. Cool. And now let's give it an empty string. So if there's an empty string, this will evaluate to false, and then this is what message should be changed to. So let's run that and get hey stranger. Awesome. Sweet. So now we can actually replace this with a ternary operator. And a ternary operator takes in 3 conditions. So the first condition here is your conditional. So name. So this is what we're checking. So first we're saying if name, pretty much. So if we had an if statement, name would be the part in the brackets. But here we just check it outright first. So we're saying if name, then if it's true, so the second value here will be the true value. So if true, name will equal hey plus name. Else, name will equal hey plus stranger. So what's happening here is message is going to see, hey, is there a name? If there is a name, then it's going to do the first part here. And this is going to return hey name. And if there is no name, then it's going to go here and look at the second part. And it's going to go hey stranger. So let's run that and see if that works. We'll start with an empty string. So now we're expecting hey stranger. Oh, whoops, plus stranger. Oh, sorry, I didn't make stranger a string. And then we don't need the plus here. Cool. So let's run that, and we have hey stranger as we expected. And now let's change that. Let's make it say hey Jake. So when I pass in Jake, we get hey Jake.